What's going on, everyone? Josh or Miho here. Hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to be talking to you about the new album from the band Weekend Nachos, entitled Still. This is released on Relapse Records. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they are based out of Chicago, Illinois, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be an extremely furious and chaotic style of power violence, mixed with elements of hardcore, grindcore, and some sludge and doom thrown in there too. This band has been very, very consistent and hardworking over the last several years, and in doing so, they've been putting out some incredible releases. Most notably for me, their last two full lengths and a couple of specific EP releases. Their last couple of full lengths being, of course, Unforgivable and Worthless, which came out in 2011. I thought Worthless was a sensational album, just crushing, chaotic, full of incredible riffs, structures, awesome vocals and lyrical content. I loved it. Even going back to some of their EPs, preferably the Bleed EP, which showcased their delvings into sludge and doom related territories, and the Black Earth EP. Just some really awesome stuff. Not to mention the split that they did with Lack of Interest. Really awesome, awesome stuff. Now, moving forward, we have their fourth full-length album entitled Still. It's 12 tracks, and it clocks in at around 21 minutes in length, so this is a much, much shorter record than the previous album. But with the album being a lot shorter, I honestly think that Weekend Nachos have moved forward into being a lot more chaotic and aggressive, and they have done the job successfully with this new album. There is just a lot of crushing material to be heard here, and if you're a fan of Weekend Nachos, if you're a fan of their current output of work, their older stuff, you will love this new album. I think it is amazing. The guitar work on here is incredibly aggressive and in your face. There are a lot of riffs that are just straight out disgusting and heavy. Like, take the first couple of tracks that you hear on this album, Sick and No More and No Idols, No Heroes. You get some really, really awesome guitar riff work going on here. And there are moments on this album where, like I said previously, that they delve into a more sludgier, doomier kind of riff work. And I think it is insane. Like the track Watch You Suffer. That's really one of the few lengthy songs on here. And when I mean lengthy, I mean about 3.5 minutes. For a power violence band, to me, or any kind of band of this magnitude, that is a long song. And with said long songs, they get some incredible riff work done. It's chaotic, it's frenzied, and it sounds great. The bass guitar work is sensational. A lot more clear and audible than the previous release. I think the bass work is amazing. Going to the track Satan Sucker, you get some awesome, awesome bass work going on here. It's very well played, very audible, very crisp, very clean. It definitely shines on its own without having to battle with the guitar. I think it really sounds fantastic. The drums on here are amazing. I just love the switching between fast and chaotic frenzied beats to more sludgier, doomier kind of sounds. Like, going back to the track Satan Sucker, I want to say it starts off very ominous and slow, but then as the song progresses, it gets a lot faster and at a more breakneck speed. I think it's sensational. The drumming here is great. I love the blasts. I love the fills, the quick little hints and changes in direction. I really think it's awesome. And moving on to the vocals, John's vocals are amazing. If you already are familiar with his vocal style, you'll have a lot more to appreciate here with his vocal style. A lot of tenacity, a lot of rage, a lot of anger, very done in his very high raised kind of voice. It's almost to the point of a it's as if he's yelling, but he's doing it with a lot more gusto and a lot more higher registered anger. I think it's awesome. He has a very awesome vocal style, and it's definitely displayed throughout. Yeah. So overall, this is another amazing record from the Weekend Nachos camp. I think this is an awesome, awesome release. If you're a fan of Weekend Nachos, if you're a fan of hardcore or power violence, you will enjoy this new record tremendously. I think it is definitely leagues and miles ahead better than Worthless. I think it's an awesome record and definitely worth picking up if you're a fan of this kind of stuff. So if I had to pick any favorite tracks, I would definitely have to say Sick and No More, No Idols and No Heroes, Satan Sucker, Watch You Suffer, the 1-2 punch that is Wolves and You're Not Punk, and the title track, which is the closing moment of this album. I think it's awesome. So I'm going to leave you a link to the Weekend Nachos Bandcamp where you can stream it in its entirety, hear it for yourself, and decide whether you want to purchase yourself a copy or not. It is available digitally. It is available through CD through Relapse Records. I believe Deep Six Records is releasing the vinyl just like they did the previous Weekend Nachos release, and it will also be available on tape. So there are many formats to pick it up in, and I suggest you pick either or the other, or even all of it. So, again, the album is Still by Weekend Nachos. This is released on Relapse Records. Definitely support this band, and I'm going to give this a very solid 8.5 out of 10. Fantastic power violence. Support Weekend Nachos. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks all for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel, and until next time, Armijo out.